Alright guys, good afternoon. This is Dion once again here with your 49ers reports. So, looks like I've been offline for a few days, but I'm back. And I'm here to let you guys know a few quick things. Very simple. Number one, I'm pissed off because this is a bunch of bullshit right now. I said it straight up, bullshit. That's exactly what the fuck it is. This defense is just an atrocity. Offensive line is just horrible. CJ throwing interceptions. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I will say this. If we don't figure out something, we're fucked. Straight up. We're fucked. And I'm saying that because usually I try to keep this stuff candid. I don't usually curse in these videos. I may show that I am upset, but I'll make a long story short because I got, stats and stuff to go over. This is a crock of shit. We shouldn't be losing these games. The defense just cannot hold up. And I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I don't care who likes or doesn't like it. Period, point blank. That bullshit Seattle defense don't work. Whatever they're doing up there, they got the personnel, they got the people. They've got something going for themselves that makes it right. That shit don't work in San Francisco. Period, point, motherfucking blank. There is nothing about that defense that works. It just doesn't. We need to go back to that 3-4 Vic Fangio style defense where we played man, while we had the great DBs, we had the linebacking core, we have all that. We have everything that we need to run a great 3-4 defense. We need to switch that shit up. This 4-3 bullshit ain't gonna cut it. This zone scheme and watching motherfuckers score touchdowns and just, this is an atrocity. It sucks. So we can't barely even stay healthy, let alone have either the defensive line create pressure or the offensive line hold up so that CJ isn't pressured. Last week we should have won that game, but what happened? Defense failed us again. So it's just a situation of us getting this shit together and figuring out what the fuck we're going to do. So I'm going to try to stop cursing because I am pissed off, but I'll make it sweet and simple. So from a team standpoint, the main thing that killed us this week was turnovers. We had 5 damn turnovers. CJ had 2 picks. One of them went for a pick 6. CJ also had a fumble. I believe we had another fumble by Raheem Mostert. He only wound up in the game because Breeden went down with an ankle injury. They said it's a mild ankle sprain, so he should be perfectly fine. But let's take a look at the total yards and the time of possession, first downs, all that good stuff. So total yards, Arizona 220 yards. San Francisco had 447 damn yards. How we got way more yards than them when we didn't even score as much as they did. We still got beat by 10 points, scored 28 to fucking 18. Next up, 5 turnovers, Arizona, none. Arizona is pedestrian at best on their offense. Not like over the top crazy with it. But you got David Johnson, so you gotta respect him. You got Fitz, you gotta respect him, but the DBs are just screwing up. Kello looks horrible this season. I don't know what happened to him. Last season he looked great. He seemed to be riding high. I thought this dude was in line for a great season. Kello is just looking bad, man. He's getting beat out there. I don't know what's happening with him. Maybe something's in his head. So next up, time of possession. TOP. One of the biggest things you can do to win a game is to have the ball and have control of the clock. The Cardinals had control of the ball for 19 minutes and 48 seconds. San Francisco had the ball for 40 minutes and 12 seconds. 40 minutes and 12 seconds? And we didn't win the damn game? What the hell? Arizona had 10 first downs. 10. You know how many we had? 33. How do you have 33 first downs, 447 yards, and you have 40 minutes with the ball, but you ain't win the game? Oh, there it is. A bunch of damn turnovers. 3 of them by our own QB. Now, don't get me wrong. Arizona's D is ferocious. I give them that much. Their D has always been tight. Their offense has always been suspect. That's why they haven't won no games. But look at this. This is just ridiculous, man. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me how the hell we lost this game with those stats. The only reason we lost is because of them damn 5 turnovers. That's fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you don't have anybody there, as far as that pick 6 that CJ throws, that takes them to 7 points out, but we still lose 21-18. So, looking at it from the standpoint, CJ Beathard had 34 out of 54 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. On the other hand, he took 4 sacks. So, that says right there, offensive line definitely ain't holding up. But I mean, like I said, Arizona's D is ferocious, so I'm not going to, disrespect him like that. You can expect that. Alfred Morris had 18 rushes for 61 yards. Matt Breida went down, but he still averaged 7 yards a carry with 8 for 56. Juice had 1 for 12. Not even going to mention the other guys because it isn't even worth it. Looks like C.J. Beathard had 2 for 7 yards, and he scored a touchdown. So he scored 3 touchdowns. All 3 of our touchdowns came from C.J. Beathard. He had 2 passing and 1 rushing. Then we have, our leading receiver again is who other than George Kittle. So George Kittle had 5 receptions for 83 yards. Juice, another 6 for 75. Trent Taylor, 7 for 61 and a touchdown. Pierre Garçon, 5 for 47. Kendrick Bourne came in with 4 for 33. No touchdowns for him this week, which is unusual because the last couple of weeks he's been scoring. Alfred Morris had 3 for 30. Victor Bolden Jr., who just got activated, 1 for 10. Richie James Jr., one catch for 7 yards. And Matt Breida had 1 for 5. So, the receiving wasn't that great. And, my bad, I messed up a little earlier with my stats. So, it wasn't just the 2 interceptions. So, CJ had 2 fumbles. And Raheem Mostert had so CJ had 2 fumbles. Raheem Mostert had 1, and Trent Taylor had another one. So, the 5 turnovers came from Mostert and Beathard. Trent Taylor, I believe his was recovered because we only had 5 turnovers technically. So, what's killing me right now is just how bad we are on defense. We had 1 sack against that weak-ass offensive line for Arizona. 1. And it came from Cassius Marsh. Defoe had 4 tackles. Tart and Marsh come in with the same. Malcolm Smith had the same. Like, we barely even had anything. And then you jump over to Arizona's defense, and check this out. Buda Baker, 16 tackles. Antoine Bethea, 13 tackles. Josh Bynes, 11 tackles. Hassan Reddick, 8 tackles. Patrick Peterson, 7. Chandler Jones, 6. Trey Boston, 6. Ben Winkery, 6. Rodney Gunter, 5. That's at least almost 10 people that I just named that had more tackles on the squad than all of our main people. This is an atrocity. Like, how do they think we're going to win anything? We had 1 sack. Arizona had 4. You know what I mean? This is the shit that I'm talking about. We not creating no pressure. Defoe had 3 QB hits, but QB hits don't translate into sacks if you're not getting them down. You know what I'm saying? Buda Baker tackled for a loss. 2.5 tackles for a loss. Chandler Jones had 3 tackles for losses. So, it just shows our offensive line is shit right now. So we're just getting killed, man. Arizona had had 2 interceptions. Ben Winkery and Trey Boston had those. One of them was a pick 6, if I'm not mistaken. We had kick returns, we had punt returns. But this is an atrocity. Our third down, conversion rate was actually great. But this is an atrocity for us. We really are looking pretty much like shit. And we've got to get our stuff together, man. Or we're just never going to be able to do anything. I know everybody says we're in a rebuilding phase and all that crap. But this is just an atrocity. So this is how our division shapes out. The beauty of this is technically, if this was just a divisional thing, we actually wouldn't be out of it. You know why? We're 1-4. Arizona's 1-4. And Seattle's 2-3. So we're not that far away from second place. But the shitty part is the Rams are 5-0, so ain't nobody catching them. They're going to win our division by far. But we're 1-4. You know what I mean? We've got to go on a winning streak, on a tear, and this has to start. Now, here comes the worst thing ever. Our next 2 games, I'm going to predict we're most likely going to lose. And here's the reason why. We got to face Aaron Rodgers, and that's going to be on ESPN. So let's see here. That's our next game. Let me see. Let me just take a look right now. Hold up. So, yeah, our next game is Monday night. We're on Monday Night Football. Think about that. So we're on Monday Night Football, and we got to play the Pack. That's most likely a loss. We got to play the Rams. That's a loss. They come here to play the Cardinals, which I wanted to go to that game, but now I almost don't want to waste my money. It depends on how they look versus the Packers and the Rams, whether I'm going to actually do that or not, because I am not spending my hard-earned money to go watch us lose. I can do that from home for free. So we got the Rams, the Pack and the Rams. I'm going to call those losses. I'm pretty sure we're going to get beat down by both teams. Cardinals, if we look like we did on this game, that'd be another damn loss. We got the Raiders. That's a win. Giants, I'm going to call that a W. Bucks, I'm going to call that a W. We're at the Seahawks. We're getting our asses handed to us. We're at the Broncos. That's a W. If we actually start looking like a team and our defense decides to show up, we might beat the Seahawks at home. Keyword there is might. I'll say versus the Bears, then the Rams, that's another 2 losses. So right now we are 1-4, so we'll go 1-5, 1-6, possibly 1-7. That may be 2-8, 3-8, 4-8, 4-9. Yeah, so we'll probably finish around 6-10, or maybe 7-9. Depending on what's going on. But this is just an atrocity. This is the stuff that we have to figure out. And I'm so sorry. I mean, like I said, Salah's a good guy, and I like it. But this defense that he's got is not going to work. This 4-3 shit, this Seattle zone crap, I don't like it at all. I like Vic Fangio's defense, where you run a 3-4 defense and you have men, you know what I'm saying, and they play man on these receivers. They get in, they jam them. And the good thing, it's been cool because Richard Sherman's actually been, targeted, and he's been shutting down, quarterbacks and everything like that. I just saw a nice little stat line on him on Twitter. So it's just, we have to get our shit together, and we can't just continue to wind up in these precarious situations because our defense doesn't know how to show up. And this is just horrible, you know what I mean? Like, we are just one of the worst defenses in the world, man. It's pathetic how bad we're playing. And I love my team, and don't get me wrong, I'll never ever be one of those guys to shoot down on us all the time and everything like that. But, excuse me, I just have to say that this is an atrocity, and I'm pretty pissed off that we can't win a fucking game. We don't have no love. We don't get any love from anybody. All this shit is just, this is all over the top, man. So our next week against, the Pack on Monday Night Football. It's my ex's team. It's my stepmother's team. So I'm pretty sure they're going to wind up beating us, and I'll get a bunch of calls and tweets and laugh-ass and memes and all kinds of shit. But it is what it is, man. We got to either figure this out and get on our shit, or we're just going to have a fucking tank season. And if we're going to tank the season, we might as well tank the season and say fuck it and go out and try to find another quarterback, because we don't have a timetable for, Jimmy G's return. Or if anything, we need to go out and find a number 1 receiver. Or maybe we should just draft the whole offensive line just to make sure that we can just, put something together. I don't know what, but we need to do something, because this is an atrocity, and I'm tired of watching us 49er football as us being pieces of crap. We're not a shit franchise. We got 5 Super Bowl rings. And I know it's been, over 20 years since we've been, since we won one, but I mean, we've been to one more recently. It was only a couple years ago that it happened. But I mean, damn, we can't even sniff the damn playoffs. Why? Because we suck something off on defense? This shit needs to get figured out. So, if there was a way to snatch Vic Fangio back and put him in and implement his system, I'm pretty sure we'd have a lot more sacks and a lot better team. But we need to go back to a 3-4. Fuck this Robert Saleh-led defense. This Seattle shit don't work for us. Y'all stay blessed. Be easy. And let's pray to the football gods, any kind of God whether it be Allah, Buddha, Jesus, God himself, whatever God you praise, and just pray that we can beat the Packers. Y'all be easy. Stay blessed. I'm out, and I'm frustrated.